My name is Lydia, and I've made a video today of my raised bed garden. I've always had a large garden, but I'm not as young as I used to be, and it's so much work. And I love raising my vegetables and things, so I built a raised bed garden, and it is a work in progress, I have to say, and I've made it out of cinder blocks. They're inexpensive. You can make each section as large or as small as you like. You have a lot of control over the shape of it. It's easy to add a little section if you need it or want it. One of the things I really love about it, oh, there's some thunder, is that you can control the specific environment in each cinder block section if you like. For example, I have alkaline soil here, and I love blueberries, which like acidic soil. So I made a little block for this blueberry bush. I've harvested most of the blueberries off of it this year. There's a few that are just getting ripe that'll finish off. Here is some squash. I do organic gardening. This is yellow summer squash. It's in a 2-layer deep section. Here's one of my tomato beds. This was the first cinder block I made. I built it a couple of years ago. Spent about a year using it for a compost container. And then this spring I planted tomatoes. I've loaded down with tomatoes. And you can see how crowded it is, but square foot gardening, it doesn't really matter about that because look at all the tomatoes in there. Let me see if I can move around without being too jerky. Look at those tomatoes in there. This particular bed has 10 tomato plants. 2 in the middle are cherry tomatoes. Because from experience, I know they can get quite tall and bushy, so I thought, well, they can lean on the other tomato beds, the other tomato plants in cages and things, and get supported that way. Lots of tomatoes. Back there, that container, I did have first planted potatoes in it, which I've already harvested. So now I've put another tomato plant in there. But you can see what I did was, my husband made these wonderful tomato cages for me a few years ago. They're perfect. They hold up year after year after year. They're made with 4, I guess that's might be 6 or 4 or 5 foot square fencing, and you cut the roll as you like. They never fall over. They hold the weights of the tomatoes. They're just wonderful. I don't know why, though, someone made that one that's popular in the stores. Those things are about worthless, in my opinion, for a tomato cage. These work for other vegetables too. But anyway, so now I have a tomato planted in there. Mostly I've done heirloom tomatoes so that I get seed from it. That one in there is a hybrid. It's made for Texas heat. I love cacti. So I've planted that in pots along there because I take them in winter, put them in my greenhouse, which I'll show you later. Look at this cute little chair I bought at a antique garage store recently and painted. Anyway, there was my summer squash again. And here's watermelon. I had turnips in here. I've harvested them and now planted watermelon. There's another sprig of summer squash. You see, you can plant in between the cinder blocks too. I had spinach, which is getting too hot for spinach now, so I can plant something else in the blocks if I want, or just let it rest for now. And for a fall garden, I'll plant some more things. We can have fall gardens in Texas, which is nice. That is a kumquat. As you can see, I'll go over here. I've got little kumquats coming on. I'm excited about that. I live in a part of Texas you can't normally raise citrus fruit, but these are some special ones. They actually, kumquats will go down, take about not minus 20, but 20 degrees, which that's pretty much as low as we go, except for rare occasions. Here's some more tomatoes. Here is some fennel. And look, I have some pretty cool caterpillars on here, which I'm allowing. Those are butterflies. Those are, I think, maybe monarch butterfly, but I'm not sure. Look at this pepper plant. This is a Tabasco pepper plant. It's in a pot, and this plant has been in that pot for about 5 years. It doesn't, it's actually an evergreen plant, but I have to take it in the greenhouse in winter, and sometimes I prune off the branches and cut it back, and it grows new branches. And it is loaded with peppers, and I've harvested many peppers. Look how pretty they look. There's an avocado tree right there. It's also in a pot. Grandson's truck. Here is a one level cinder block section. And you see I've got some marigolds planted in those holes in the cinder blocks. But here, as an experiment, because this is my first year really with this cinder block garden, I planted green beans in these holes to see how they would do. And I've harvested many beans off of them. I have them in different places. Let's see. So you can see some beans coming on right there. This is actually my pepper bed. And I have jalapenos and bell peppers and cayennes. Nice, I've been harvesting some wonderful peppers. Look, there's a bell pepper right there. It's about ready to be picked. Some cayennes. Let's see, look, there's some beautiful cayenne peppers. There's some more. I love cayennes. I love peppers. I like spicy things. And these are jalapenos just coming on. I haven't harvested any of those yet, but that'll be happening soon. On the edge of this are sugar snap peas, and you can see I'm using some of my tomato cages to support them, which works